Welcome back to the Talk tonight. With last night's shooting at the liquor store on Syracuse's north side and the robbery on Taft Avenue, is crime getting worse in Syracuse? We continue our talk tonight as we take a look at the picture here of Tom Dotterer. A lot of prayers going out to him and his family tonight. He remains in critical condition after being shot in the eye at the store that he runs there on North Salina Street. Certainly some terrifying moments there last night. And you know, this is not the first time that we've heard about something like this happening. We get emails, it seems fairly frequently, with robberies or armed robberies.
From the police, you mean? Yeah.
From the police. It's certainly not all the time that people are being shot during the course of these. But these robberies and these armed robberies seem to happen with some frequency.
Yeah. That's the nature. Yeah. That's the nature of human life, I guess. You know, I don't think you can take this one story and say there's more of them or less of them, though. This is one that's really standing out as a store owner, a respected member of the community, who was doing business, and then suddenly he's shot in the hospital. He's in critical condition. But I don't know that it means that there's more. In fact, it doesn't mean there's more or less going on. You'd have to look at that on a wider scale. We have certainly heard of armed robberies and burglaries, but in general, the numbers don't seem to have moved in a dramatic fashion. And in general, people in the city of Syracuse specifically are extremely safe in their day-to-day life. So
no, but this is one that makes people mad because it's so relatable. This is someone who is going about their daily business of making money, owning their store in a neighborhood that, as you mentioned, has some holes in it. People are trying on that side of town. Tom Dotterer is one of those businesses who's staying afloat and doing his part, and to be shot in the face when you're behind your counter doing your job is something that it gets under the skin of so many people. These are not bad guys on the street shooting each other.
Right.
This is targeting someone who was in a spot where he was just doing his thing.
I was talking to my father about this afternoon, who actually grew up near here and went to high school with the Dotterers. Met, you know, you can figure out how many years ago. and this was Mr. Dotterer's store. It wasn't Tom and Dutch's store. It was the father's store. So this has been here for 60, 70 years or so. And again, if you're going down Salina Street, you realize there's a lot of places that aren't doing any business, let alone ones that have done it for such a long time. So it does make it even more unfortunate that when you're dedicated to keeping something open and working, and then you have to pay this kind of price, it's really, really sad.
There's so many layers of issues. I mean, the gun involved. I mean, if it was not a pellet gun, if it was a gun, what are the chances that gun was a legal weapon?
Not very likely.
Zero.
Right.
Zero chance of that.
Legal gun owners will quickly tell you that they're pretty sure that this will not turn out to have been a concealed permit handgun that was being used by someone who was allowed to have one.
And police will tell you that they saturate the streets, that there's a lot of area to cover, that they have pockets of crime that they have to try to keep a handle on. So it always leaves people wondering, you know, what can be done? You know, can more be done? Is having more police officers on the street the answer, or not something else? We have a conversation going on our Facebook page tonight. As always, we'd love to hear what you think. Maybe we can get some ideas.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you joining the conversation. You can do that anytime on our Facebook page or on our website. Talk tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow at the same time. You can always reach us too on Twitter, the hashtag TheTalkCNY, and there's our Twitter handles if you'd like to reach out to us.